Hey guys, welcome back to the Interceptor. We're here with another Lions War video, and this is going to be a Lions War Season 58, number 6, and AOH has matched up against XK9, and we will be redoing the fight that we did last war, which is Chee'Ilth versus Deathless Thanos on Node 4, except this time it's a lot cleaner and it goes a lot better. So, Wags on, same boosts as before. I think this time I'm actually using a 15% attack boost instead of a 20. So I actually have lower boosts on and the fight still clearly works. So last time was my first time taking this fight since Saga was gone, and now that I know that it's not a timeout, it will be basically my go-to option for whenever I see this. Quicksilver is probably the other really good option for this fight. I'd say they're like 1A, 1B. Quicksilver probably faster just because he builds the charges faster with his bigger combo, and he also has slow. This 5-hit combo is the only hits that we are going to take in this fight, and yeah, it does suck to get hit at the beginning, but with the fact that Chee'Ilth caps the opponent's attack rating, so the Furies that we eat, or sorry, the Furies that Thanos gets will not impact the damage that we take when we eat hits. So it would have not really made sense to use an invuln boost here. It was actually a lot better to use a PS1 boost, get to my SP3 as fast as I can, get that permanent passive vicious up, and then we're just going to spam special 1. But we are going to use the same trick of parrying the last hit of Thanos' special 1, dexing it, dashing in, parrying the last hit, and then going for my heavy attack so I can pause my bleeds and also get some more bleeds. And also, I did explain this last war, but whenever Chee'Ilth parries, you gain a bunch of time on your spirit charges, so you get your charges faster every time you land a parry. And the spirit charges both increase your critical damage rating, and they also increase the potency of your bleeds, and I believe it's 15% potency each. So it's actually a pretty large amount of damage that you get from the extra parries. And while it does cap at 10, so at this point we are at our max potency for the bleeds, it is still worth doing. But we're just going to spam special 1. And one thing I should note is that the first time I took this fight, we hit the first protection, so the 75% protection, with 3 minutes left. So 2 minutes into the fight, we are only 15 seconds past that, and he's already at 40%. So clearly this fight is going a lot faster, and we are only a few seconds at this point away from pushing him into his third and final protection with half the fight left. So it's clear that I just, from taking that fight the first time, I understand how it works now, and it is a lot faster. I think we're going to go for our special 1 right here. Honestly, with the playstyle that I'm doing with a lot of short and medium combos, or medium light medium combos, and then a lot of heavies, you don't really need to throw your special 1, but there's no point in throwing your special 2, and your special 3 can only be thrown once per fight. So it just kind of makes sense, and also you get a bit more combo for throwing your special 1. The first time I took this fight, it was like 3 minutes, 30-something seconds. So with lower boosts, we actually did it faster this time, which is really cool. Seems like I've got that fight down really well. So now we'll go to my alt account, and we are going over to node number 7 here, and we are going to be taking Arcade. This is the root node, and this is actually a really common placement, Arcade, on this node, and it's actually a very good placement because when defenders are rooted, their AI tells them to span heavy attack, and if Arcade drops the second hit of his heavy, so he completes a heavy, then he places a cloud right in front of him, and then if you go in and hit him, you are then going to be in the cloud and give him charges. However, right here in the first fight, we eat a heavy and the game just dies. And yeah, sometimes that does happen when you've been playing the game for a while. I had only opened the game about 5 or 6 minutes before this happened. So the game randomly crashes. Of course it has to happen in the middle of my Alliance War fight. I did skip the first 2 minutes of that fight before the game crashed, just because there was no point in showing it to you if I'm just going to show it to you again when I show you this. So this is the second attempt. We still have our PS1 boost going, luckily. That's really nice. If we had waited like another 10 seconds and then disconnected, we probably wouldn't have had it. But this fight does not go perfectly. I got hit several times in the first fight. I'm going to get hit several times in this one. We are going to solo the fight, so it's not that big of a deal. It is a little bit annoying when Arcade goes for a bunch of heavy attacks, but we do get a fair amount of charges here. We are going to be trying to push Arcade to the special 2 as much as we can. There we got terrible RNG on our power steals, and I think we didn't get one on like the last 5 hits of the special 2, something ridiculous like that. And the unfortunate thing about this matchup is that it doesn't really allow you to save up for a lot of big bursts. You're just going to be doing a lot of small bursts with Hood with your heavy attack, but it's not terrible because, you know, you're getting consistent damage throughout the fight. I did want to kind of line it up so that we bait our special, or bait the special 2 out of Arcade with about half timing left on the route, so that we have time to land a heavy after the SP2 and then time to wait out the route, but it didn't really work out that way. So here we go for a heavy right as the cloud expires. So now we're just going to dash back, hope he does not throw special 1 at us, but there unfortunately he does. We are sitting in the cloud giving him charges, which is really dumb. I don't know why I didn't just dash in right there. There we eat a heavy, we get a torment on us, and this fight is just not looking good at all. We are giving him more charges from going in the cloud again. I don't know why I am doing this. It is really dumb. Go for another heavy attack, and at this point I'm just like, okay, throw the special 3, let's push Arcade to special 2. The way that this fight gets super messed up and super scary is when Arcade is throwing his special 1. So if we push him to L2, he definitely cannot throw his special 1. And then that happens. And I'm like, bro, really? It got him to like 1.999 bars of power, not special 2, and then he threw it instantly after my L3. I'm like, bro, why? So at this point, I am badly losing the health race. He is easily double the health percentage, well, a little bit under double the health percentage that I have currently. But we're going to try to pull this back. We get a nice L2 where every single hit connects there during the route, trying to push him to the special 2. There I probably should have thrown my L2. I don't know why I didn't throw that. That was actually really stupid. Because when I bait this L2 and then throw a heavy, Arcade is going to be at a special 1, which would not have happened had I thrown the SP2 immediately. So here we're going to wait out the route. I'm going to go in before the last hit so that we do not get the cloud activated. I'm going to bait this L2, and at this point the fight's looking a little bit nicer. We're finally winning the health race because we have 90 charges, so like we're doing tons of damage. Line up a nice L2 there. Didn't get many power steals, but that's because the invisibility was not active for most of it. There he actually dexed my first medium, which was so strange. He dexed my first medium while rooted. I didn't know defenders could dash back while rooted, but clearly they can. Here, I think I'm going to let my hexes expire. Oh no, we actually detonate them with a heavy. So yeah, we walk out of that fight with 34% health, and I only took 1 hit the whole fight. The rest of that was poison damage, which is kind of absurd, but we played really well this war. Other than the 4 Loki war, this was our best war of the season. Actually, this was tied for the best war of the season with 4 Loki, and I will have the score up right here so you guys can see. But they cleared us with 4 deaths. I genuinely don't know how. They were using ridiculous counters to fights we have never seen and soloing, and we were so confused at how it was happening, but I gotta give them credit. They played really well. GG's to XK9. We played well. If we play not 90%. if we play any alliance outside of the top 10, 10 deaths consistently gets us the win. This was a good war by us. And they just played out of their minds, and we are really impressed. So, yeah, GG's XK9. We are now 2-4 on the season, so not exactly the start we wanted. And we have 0 deaths total, 119 out of 120 attack bonus, or 99.1%. My main has 60 out of 60, and my alt is at 59 out of 60, which is 98%. I also am at a deathless streak of 13 fights, with my main account hitting a 69 fight deathless streak. Nice. And my alt account having a 7 fight deathless streak. So that is going to be all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.